Yes? And that is one of the biggest pieces that hold up what's going on. So I am going to show, I have a form here, it's page 4. And this is for those of you who have multiple bosses who are asking a variety of things from you. And often what happens in that scenario, and also this could happen if you have, just one boss, so that you have a handle on what's going on during your day, right? Now, what happens with multiple bosses is they usually are so busy they don't talk to each other, and they don't know how you're being used by everyone else, right? So let's say you're very organized and you've got it all laid out, and you basically start laying out the work that has to be done for certain people. So this column here is for the name of the boss, and this is what's going to happen today in getting their work done. I'm going to spend an hour on Sally's project, and I'm going to do the mail, then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to spend another half an hour to get this project moving. And so you're sort of juggling your time, right? So Joe comes flying in with this panic look on his face. Oh, I gotta have this by the end of the day, right? And you're like, okay. And typically what happens to support staff is they take that on. And that's not your role, right? Your role is to give an explanation of how your time is being used. So if you want, if you have this form, you don't even have to look them in the face. You can say, well, according to today, as you're pointing this out, I have all of these things going on, and the last time I did this project for you, it took about an hour. There's the other piece of information the manager needs to know. You see, if you're very good at your job, right, if you're really, really good at your job, you are the miracle worker in their mind. So they just give it to you and you give it back. Isn't that cool? I mean, they have no idea, unless they've had your job, how long it takes. And therein lies the communication that needs to happen. So the last time you gave me this, it took an hour. I'm expecting it will take maybe a little shorter because I've done it before. Let's say 45 minutes. You can see I really don't have 45 minutes in this day. So if you want, you could go ask Sally if I can bump her and put you in her place. So what am I doing? I'm handing it back to them saying, this is last minute. I'm not doing the rude stuff, right? What do you mean? Because usually the response immediately will be, I don't have time. That's what you're communicating. And the boss is like, what do you mean you don't have time? I don't have time. Nobody has time. And therein lies this, you gotta be kidding me. It's not the response to give. It's to be able to explain what's going on in your life with all the other things you have to do, and then saying, I don't have any holes here today. Now, if you needed it tomorrow, I could put you in for tomorrow, but today, these are all the things that had to get done by the end of the day. And so you're handing it back to them. A couple things we're trying to do. First of all, we're trying to change behavior, to have them not come at the last minute. And of course, there are things that happen at the last minute. Emergencies happen. But then you say, again, you come back, you don't say, I don't have time. You come back and say, well, you wanted me to do this, this, and this to get it done by the end of the day. So is this more important than those things? Question number 1. And if yes, which one do I bump? And then you're not having a heart attack trying to get all this stuff done that's absolutely physically impossible. And they don't know that. They absolutely don't know that. So start documenting how long it takes you to do something. Now, many of you intuitively will just know, okay, when I do the mail, it takes me half an hour. When I do this, it takes me that. When I do this, whatever. When I do my email, it takes me 15 minutes. You should start taking note of how long it takes you to do things, and you can talk to each other in relationship to time, not the lack thereof. All right? Okay.